Hey guys, what's going on? This is your old pal CHH. Now, we looked at Sleepaway Camp 2 on 4K UHD, and I actually gave the review 2 thumbs up. I thought the picture quality was actually good, all things considered, with it being an inner positive, which bodes well. I'll talk about why that is up here in a second. And I thought the release had some decent new features on it. So today, we're moving on to Teenage Wasteland Sleepaway Camp 3. Now, yeah, of course you can get these with the, this kind of slipcover if you just buy them standard, but these are the special kinds. I really like the poster. That's like a quad that they did where they split these arts in two. I'll probably get that hung up. What can I say? Sleepaway Camp 3, man. Between the two, I actually think that Part 3's artwork is a little bit better. I love the look of Angela on that one. Yeah, I just like it. I think that one looks really good. Big fan of it, and I think that was Devin Whitehead. Why wouldn't it be? He did this one, so it'd be weird if they got a different artist to do these. So, Part 3. So what can we say about Sleepaway Camp 3? The first thing I'll say about Sleepaway Camp 3 is it hands down has a cooler intro. I love it. You've got Angela, who somehow escaped her fate from Part 2. She just destroyed everything. It's riddled with bodies, and then here we are in downtown. I think they actually filmed that scene, I think, in Atlanta, and Angela manages to run this girl over with a truck with a great effect where they get smashed into a bunch of trash. She steals the clothes off the girl who's going to Camp New Horizons. Now, I did find this out. I mentioned this in Part 2. You can get those camp sweatshirts for Part 2 on TeePublic, but you also get Part 3, which is the Camp New Horizons. I think that's the one I want to get because I just like that, Camp New Horizons. It's the rebrand for the camp. And she sneaks her way into camp yet again. But Angela looks different this time. Like, her hair is big and puffy, and as you can see, very, very different on the covers. In this one, she's got like a big, kind of like my hair. Her hair is like bigger and stuff. The weird thing about Part 3, this is what's so interesting about Sleepaway Camp 3, is somehow this film feels goofier and also bleaker. Like no denying, like I think Part 2, after revisiting these, I think Part 2 is probably the better one. Like, it has an energy to it all the way around. And I really love how Angela, Pamela Springsteen, like, she's so lovable. Like, she wants everything to be fine, yet everybody can't help but just spoil the good nature of the camp. Everybody's got to be doing drugs and having sex, so she's got to take everybody out. The movies really should be like a parent's favorite slasher film. Like, show your kids this movie when they're growing up. But in all seriousness, I was thinking, like, wow, this movie somehow feels bleaker, but funnier as well. Like, clearly they have some characters that are meant to be humorous, and that's the new camp counselors, the couple that wants to do this thing where they're going to divide two groups and mix them together. They have a rich group that come to this camp, and they have a underprivileged group of poor people that come, and they mix the people together. And like, some of the characters are very one-dimensional, and I think part of the reason of that is like, and they just feel very, very flat and really just like baseline personalities. You don't know anything about them other than, okay, this person is the snob, this person is the hip-hop guy, this person is the street junkie. Like, they're very just flat, and that's because I think the director said he really wanted to harp on making the counselors, the husband and wife, kind of like not the main focus, but really make them kind of a little bit more animated and goofier. I think that actually hurts the film a little bit. It's like, I like Sleepaway Camp 3 a lot. I actually really enjoy this one, but I think 2 is better on a rewatch. Like, I used to think maybe 3 I like more, but now I'd say 2 is better. And Angela, it's said that Pamela was kind of burnt out because she had to film these movies back to back, and whether that's true or not, or whether like that's the way the director wanted her to present, like kind of just like flat. Like, Angela is flat in this movie. Her facial expressions are pretty just like like this a lot. Where in 2, she's all bubbly. It kind of works for the movie. Like, I don't dislike the tone of this movie, but it's interesting just truly how different they really do feel. In terms of effects, this one I think actually has more cuts from it because of the fact that I think it was a different MPAA group that kind of judged this movie. So 2 kind of got away with a little bit more than 3. Overall, I like 3. I like it quite a lot. The soundtrack, I think, is even a little bit better in some regards. Like, I think again, we have Obsession doing Methods of Madness in the intro, which is a slamming song. I love it. I think the soundtrack may even be a little bit better, but overall, I think 2 is just the more fun one to watch. 3 definitely has its moments, and I like it a lot, but I think 2's probably a little bit better. All right, guys, so going back to like what we talked about with the picture quality, I popped back on my Scream Factory Blu-ray, and of course, I watched this. Again, an inner positive 4K, which, again, may not be ideal. Obviously, it is ideal when that's all that we have to work with. And again, I think the picture quality for this is basically identical to Part 2. I would give it an 8.3, maybe even an 8.4. It looks really great. I mean, as good as it probably can look given the element that they're using, the inner positive. I'm assuming those are still in good shape for what they are, and they were able to do a really great job with it. And the reason I say this is a really good thing is because obviously we're going to be using this for Day of the Dead, so I think we're going to be okay. It's not the best case, but it's probably the next to best case using the inner positive. So the picture quality on this was great, and I don't know if I talked about this last time, but the soundtracks on these I believe were mono, and I'm not, listen, I like it for these movies so much because it makes the music sound more vintage. When you hear the slammin' 80s tracks in the background, that compressed mono oomph that they have, it makes the song sound perfectly vintage. So I actually love the mixes on these movies for what it's worth. Yeah, what can I say? I think that if you're gonna get one of these, like maybe you just want to get one, if it comes to the movies, I would say go with 2. But what's cool about 3 is there's actually like a different cut of this movie that's available. Now, it's very, very bare. There's no music in it or anything like that, but they do have some extended scenes and stuff that's not in the regular theatrical, whatever you want to call it, cut at all of this. So we'll get to that in a second. We'll look at the special features. But overall, I do like this release quite a lot. I'm going to give this one 2 thumbs up as well, to be honest with you, because the picture quality is a boost, obviously, over this. This does seem a little dated in terms of its quality. At the time, it was phenomenal, but it still looks good, don't get me wrong, but I really think that these inner positive 4Ks ended up being pretty damn good. I'd give them both 8.3s, 8.2s out of 10 in terms of the picture. So there you have it. All right, guys, so now let's look at the back and talk about the special features. And of course, I'll put these side by side so we can compare. So the new stuff we have on here, we have obviously the 4K restoration of the inner positive in Dolby Vision. Return of Sleepaway Camp 3, looking at the making of the film with Counselor Jeff Hayes, author of Sleepaway Camp, which those are good. They had one for Part 2 on the other one, but the reality is, and they are good, don't get me wrong, but it's really a big commercial for his books to buy, which I don't blame him. I probably will pick up those books because the guy looks like he's a huge fan, knows everything about these movies. Weeding Out the Bad, Inside the Stunts, interview with stunt coordinator Lonnie Smith Jr. That was a fantastic special feature. New Angela's Greatest Hits, Inside the Sleepaway Camp Songs, interview with songwriter-performer John Altman, excuse me. And then, of course, we have all of our previous special features that were on the old Blu-ray. So, again, I'm going to kind of remark how I feel about this in regards to what should you do? What should you do? Should you get these? Should you not? I think if you have the Sandpiper Pictures releases and you are 4K, obviously, either get these relatively soon if you want to with the slipcovers on Amazon, wait for them to hit on a sale, but definitely worth an upgrade. When it comes to if you have these, what's more important to you? Do you want to see them look as good as as good as we can possibly see them? Is special features more important to you? The special features in here, they're good. I definitely like them, but there's always the argument, well, once you see it one time and you learn it, how often are you going to want to go back to it? I get that. Truth be told, I can't remember offhand if this had the work print on it as well, the Blu-ray, but the 4K has the work print. So I'll figure that out. If somebody doesn't drop that in the comments below, I'll drop it in the pinned comment. But I do like these guys. I'd say weigh your options. It's not a perfect, easy yes or no. Weigh your options. If you're a Sandpiper person and you're just Blu-ray, obviously just stick with what you have. If you are 4K and you are a Sandpiper, you'll probably want to upgrade these. You get pretty much all the bang for your buck you can out of these. So there you have it, guys. Between the two, I think the winner is this one just because the movie's a little bit better, but I think most people won't get one without the other. So there you have it, guys. All in all, this could have been a lot worse, I'll tell you that. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 from Scream Factory. Let me know what you guys think.
Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.